Step 1, wake up early, gonna rise with the sun. Step 2, get some good, some food in you. Step 3, think real hard about what you wanna be. Step 4, everybody just do your thing.
Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. 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 Yeah. Set your affirmations, aspirations. I got shit to do, the aftermath of preparation. Good food, good mood, blood in circulation. One step at a time, yeah, that's how you make it. Set a goal you control and the steps you take them. I try to pick one thought, have some concentration. And if I make a mistake, it's called education. I try to do this every day, call it replication. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. 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 So life ain't easy, yo, I think there's a reason though. Ups and downs, just like every different season, yo. Sometimes I'm high, other times I'm barely breathing, though. I always gotta fight and hide from the demons, yo. Negative thoughts are poison, they rot. Head full of flies, so here come the clouds. They'll never stop unless I can swap all the bad for the good in my head when I'm lost. Yeah, so I'ma fake it till I make it. Positive thoughts are overtaken, I got patience. One day at a time is how you operate a cadence. A flow, you grow, you show yourself a foundation. Stay away from all the shit that causes temptation. I know that I like to do it cause it's sensation. I live my life in my head like a narration. Don't expect greatness, do my best, man, I'll take it. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. 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 Wake up, today's gonna be a good day.
Wake up early, gonna rise with the sun. Step 2, get some good, some food in you. Step 3, think real hard about what you wanna be. Step 4, everybody just do your thing.
And good morning, everybody. Are you awake? Good morning. Merry Christmas. I don't know. Is anybody out there? It's echoing. Good morning, folks, and welcome to another Hairyman Hijinks in the morning with NIkki, and I think somebody else might be in the background somewhere. Of course.
Ho, ho, ho! Merry Christmas!
Good morning. Jojo Bones in the house.
Ho,
Here's to
ho.
a very Merry Christmas. I've got my red cup ready to go of Joe.
Okay, you kids, be careful. You'll shoot your eye out.
Oh, fudge.
That's funny.
That was me this morning when my alarm didn't go off.
That is a great movie. That is a great movie.
It is. It truly is. I love it. I mean, so many one-liners. It's like every line is a one-liner.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's great.
I'm not kidding. He had red eyes.
Oh, yep. They brought back in the new one that's out, A Christmas Story. I think that's the name of it.
Was it this year it came out?
Yeah, it just got released, and I liked it. It wasn't over the top. It had a great storyline, and they brought back all the characters except the dad's gone, so they have him as just dying in the very beginning. So that's sad. It starts off. Am I spoiling? Spoiler alert here.
No, it's okay.
He does die in the beginning, so that's sad.
So is that kind of bringing everybody together?
Yeah, for
Okay.
Christmas and everything.
Okay.
And the mom is a different mom. That's the only one that isn't the original.
Is she
person.
still alive in real life?
I think so, but I don't think she can really,
She can't
do the acting
Okay,
anymore.
she's pretty old. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's great. The whole cast was just really done well.
Yeah.
I loved his little brother when they had him stuffed up like a tick. With the clothes, and he couldn't put his arms down.
Yeah, put my arms down. Yeah, it's great. It's
okay. When I was really little, I had the stupid mittens that had the clips on them. You supposedly so wouldn't lose them, and I lost one, and I was probably like 5. Okay. And for the rest of my life, of my mother's life, and I'm not exaggerating, I was the son who always lost things.
You were labeled that forever.
Yes, because of one mitten that got lost when I was 5 years old.
Oh my goodness. That's not good.
Come on, everybody, jump in here and join us.
Who do we have today? Lynn LeBlanc. Thank you for coming and waking up this morning. Sandra, good morning, Sandra. Good to see you. Jen, my friend Jen in the house as usual. Caucasian Sasquatch. Good morning. Now Sarah was here way like early. I don't either early or yesterday. So I don't know if she's here right now or not.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, my sister's awake. Good morning. My sister made her first batch of tamales. Yay! I need to get a applause button.
Yay!
Oh,
Yay!
It's
we
quite
like tamales. What kind does she make?
The same pork red pork tamales. She says they weren't much to look at, but they were delicious.
Do you have to put food coloring in there to make them red?
No, that's the color of the chili.
Yeah, they just come out that way, huh?
Yeah.
All right.
Hey, next year, Sue's, we'll make some blue and green and all different colors. We could, you could definitely dye the masa. That would be weird, and your face would get all the color.
But back before us kids were born, my dad said that he and my mom once, just for fun, colored the mashed potatoes purple. And he said he couldn't eat them.
Oh,
they were just too funky looking. It's like you can't.
Messes with your head. Yeah. I understand that. I wouldn't eat them probably. Oh man, this hat is squishing my bangs, my 80s bangs. Okay. Well, welcome everybody. So we're getting so close to Christmas and everybody is in a deep freeze. I hope everybody is managing out there with the cold.
Oh man, that's bad.
El Paso is going to not get the deep freeze. We're just on that very tip. So it was supposed to only get dropped to about 45. We're lucky. We have
the Austin area is 13 degrees.
Oh my goodness. So because remember you guys just went through a deep freeze. Was it 2 years ago?
Well, yeah, I was part of that. I could tell you that I was so lucky.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened. If I was at some isolated block right in the middle of Taylor, all of Taylor was blacked out except for me. And I don't know.
You don't know how you were getting the juice, huh?
Well, yeah, because I think, most people lost power because they just shut it down for reasons.
Precaution,
precautionary reasons and stuff. And I think they just missed the button on mine, or something, in effect. And the only thing that happened to me was my water didn't run for a week or whatever it was. but I could live with that. I had stuff to drink,
Yeah.
I had some water in the house.
Wow.
But everybody, I mean, man, that was cold. You got to worry about, was talking about pipes freezing the other day. You got to worry, man, your pipes could start freezing in your walls of your house.
Yeah, for sure.
Man.
Been pretty lucky. I've always lived in the Southwest where that doesn't really happen. Even up in Flagstaff, I don't remember having frozen pipes. I'm sure my dad took precautions, and the houses up there are made where your water heater is inside the house, and the main stuff is from inside, which I wish ours was.
Excuse me.
My water heater's out in the garage, so in the summer when it's super hot, our water is cold. Not it's just warm water that comes out.
I mean, the heater won't kick on.
Yeah, it
won't,
because it's right at that level where it won't kick on to get really hot water.
Yeah.
Now in the winter, we have hot water. It's hot. So I don't want to go out there and kick the thermostat up or anything. I want to leave it at the energy saving mode. And we just suffered that 1 or 2 months where it's super hot out there.
Like July, August?
Yeah, because that's it. The rest of the time, it's fine.
Well, I tell people, maybe I've told you this before, but, people will come to Austin and say, man, this place is so cool, all the music and this and blah, and it is a cool town, right?
Yeah.
And I say, don't even think about moving here until you visit during July and August. Because you got to know how hot it can get. Because, there have been July and August where it's almost maintained 100 degrees every day. I mean, it goes down at night some.
But, yeah.
So but where it's over 90 degrees at night. That kind of thing.
Yeah. I was just reading what Brian and Chewy was saying. 57 here in the Northeast. So it's going like around you up there. Where are you at again, Brian? And Jen was mentioning it was in the negatives, negative 34. No, thank you. I can't handle that. I mean, I guess I could if everything in my house I knew was going to stay on and, work. But I'm seeing pictures of people showing their front doors, and it's just iced over all the way around their doors and their windows. And one girl was showing her headboard of her bed completely covered in ice.
Oh, man.
Where her head goes was completely covered in ice. So it's just, I think she was like in Montana or something.
Hey, Nikki, I got something that's irritating me. I have to say something about.
Okay, what?
One of my neighbors, I don't know which one, has a dog. Whenever it gets cold, they don't let him in.
Oh.
And I hear him doing that little chirp bark all night long.
Oh, God. Don't tell me these things.
And that makes me so mad.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm better now. Now you're mad, and I'm okay.
Now I'm mad, and we're going to find out who it is and go take them. You can't. You got to, if you have animals, you have to bring them in. They can't survive properly out there. It's not right.
I mean, they might exist. They might not be dead the next day, but it's still not right.
No, it's not right. I would go steal them. For sure. I'm pretty sure everybody's brought their dogs inside because I don't hear them anymore. I don't hear them.
I mean, I guess I'm a tattletale. If I knew who it was, I would call the police on them.
Yeah, call animal services.
Because it is illegal to do that. Like in most places, like it's illegal to, tie them up around a tree. It's illegal to, I think it might not be right in Texas now, but it should be if it's not yet. But I think it is. It's now illegal to haul your animals in the back of your pickup truck.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and that's the truth of that. I used to, volunteer at the animal shelter here in Austin. They get a lot of animals who fall out of pickup trucks.
I believe it.
And they either die or get injured badly, because they're in the highway somewhere and they fall out of the truck.
I remember when my dog, we had a poodle growing up, and we were going up this big hill, and the dog was just having fun. The window was only open, just a little bit so she could let her head out. And she just jumped right out the window. She thought she could fly, and it was the most horrifying thing ever. Her lip was hanging and where she had hid, and it was traumatizing. She survived. She was fine the next day. She just had a little road rash on her face, but oh my God, after that, my mom never let any of the windows open for the dog. It's so
well, I remember when we built our big dream home right after we got married, for my first marriage, my only marriage, my ex. We went out and we had a cold snap like this. It was like close to 0 overnight. And I went. I thought, oh man, the dogs were in the garage, and they had their own pet door, so they could go in and out the garage, right? But I thought, oh man, poor dogs. Even the garage for me is not warm enough. Dang it, because we had just not gotten settled in yet, and said, dang it, I should have let them in the house, the heated part of the house.
Yeah.
And I go outside and they're not there. I wonder, where are they? They're in the back part of our lot. We had like 3.5 acres. And we had a creek that went around the property. They're splashing around in the water. It's like 10 degrees out.
Oh my God.
Isn't that crazy? They're loving it. They're not even thinking of it. They're wet. They're splashing around the water. Splashing around. There's like a little ice built up with the creek. They're just splashing around in it.
Oh no, I would be freaking out. I would have freaked out. I mean? Good morning, Sarah. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, Sarah. Love you too, sweetheart.
So I didn't know what we were gonna, everybody's talking about Christmas and your favorite Christmas present and what do you remember? And I know I've talked about this somewhere. I was telling them I thought I talked to you about it, but I guess I didn't. So as you were growing up, what was your one gift you remember the most? What's that one thing that you were it was your Red Ryder BB gun? What was your thing?
Mine was, keep in mind, I grew up during the Cold War years, right? And that's when they had all the spy shows. Like I Spy and Get Smart and just tons of them. They even had Wild Wild West on, which was a Western spy movie show. Remember?
Yeah.
The spy shows were the thing. Okay. And my favorite toy was a Secret Sam.
Secret Sam?
Have you ever heard of Secret Sam?
I don't think I have.
Secret Sam. Secret Sam. Okay, I'll find the advertisement for it. We can play that. They're not going to care about that because it's really old. Okay. And it's a spy attaché case. It's got a built-in camera. It's got a button on the side where your gun that comes with it will shoot little plastic bullets from inside the attaché case when it's closed. And it had attachments, had a periscope for your gun and everything. I'll just you entertain everybody for a second, and I'll go find this and I'll share it. Yeah, okay. It's fun. It's just so corny and goofy.
I was telling, it may have been Pine Island Research I was talking to. I just can't remember where I was at. I've been doing so many shows lately. But I used to have a digital derby. Do you remember those little driving machines that you had? And you would try to dodge the cars?
Yeah, vaguely.
I
I
had
mean,
one of those. That was like one of my ultimate gifts. I was so ecstatic when I got that digital derby. Um, I won't ever forget that. And it was the stupidest little game. I mean, the concept anyway.
I'm sorry. Go ahead. I don't think you heard that. I mistakenly hit the button. Okay.
Oh,
keep going.
So that was my number one thing was I keep scaring myself with this bell.
Oh yeah.
My head bells are jingling.
Nikki, I hate to tell you, but there is no bell on your head.
No bell on my head. I have not one bell.
That's in your. It's inside your head. I'm just kidding. Of course.
Oh, my coffee got cold already.
Okay, you ready for this now?
Oh yeah. Oh, you sent
Am
it.
I up yet? Have you shared it
Yeah.
yet?
It's coming. It's a coming. It's a coming. Hold on. Okay.
You ready?
Yeah.
Secret Sam with hidden camera that really works. Your assignment, danger. Your mission, find the master spy. Your weapon, Secret Sam.
Oh my
Through
goodness,
Secret
look at
Sam's
that.
periscope, you see him, but he can see you. You locate the master spy, you talk to him, and Secret Sam's hidden camera is taking his picture right now. Suddenly you're discovered. Secret Sam fires bullets from inside the case. Secret Sam has barrel extension. Special missile sends message to your partner. Mission accomplished. You hand over real photograph. Secret Sam with periscope, message missile, rifle stock, barrel extension, even shoots through this carrying case. And this real camera that works in secretly or out. Takes real photos. Secret Sam.
Film not included. That was crazy.
Is that wacky or what?
That was awesome. I never ever saw that. Secret Sam.
Yeah, I thought it was the coolest thing ever.
Wow.
I thought it was the coolest thing. Now I do have a couple of runner-ups. I could just and one of them still made. You can still get new ones.
What's that?
The one was Mousetrap.
Oh yeah, we had a mousetrap.
Yeah, that was fun.
But I would lose parts.
Yeah.
Consistently lose parts. So then it would make you mad and you have to put it away and you'd get a new one, and
especially any balls that came in it. There were a couple balls
little,
in the thing.
Yeah.
And like you'll never find a ball that another replacement that works right,
Right. I think I even bought one at a garage sale one time. Why would I do that knowing that it probably wasn't complete,
I don't know.
Oh, I did anyway though.
And I remember another Christmas, I got my first bicycle. And that's a rite of passage for a kid.
It is. It really is. I got mine on my birthday. Was my first bike.
See,
purple banana seat purple bike.
It didn't matter for me. My birthday and Christmas are almost the same. Remember me? I've told you my boohoo story about that, right?
Yeah. Yeah, we talked about that.
Life's not worth living. Okay. And there's some other things, but I remember the first time I saw a Super Ball.
The little ones. The little ones.
Well, it doesn't. They're different sizes.
Yeah.
But it was one maybe a little bit smaller, about the size of maybe a tennis ball or a little smaller. And because as a kid back then, we never saw anything bounce like those things.
Yeah.
It was crazy. So I saw the introduction of the the Super Ball.
Yeah. I remember getting those Super Balls and visiting. My dad used to work at the armory. So I had pretty much full run of the whole armory. When I would be there, and I would get that and chuck that thing as hard as I could, man, down and just watch it go in this huge building all over the place, and then try to go find it, try to keep track of it while it's bouncing. Where'd it go? Where'd it go? And do it all over again, over and over and over.
That's cool. Isn't it funny how, well, let me ask your opinion. Do you think kids are still amazed by toys that simple?
No, I don't.
The toys today are pretty involved, pretty.
Yeah, these days, if it's not electronic or attaches to their phone or has an app to go to your phone, I don't think they're as interested. I mean, the kids these days, their whole world is revolved around their phone and their computers, and it has to deal with that.
Yes, computer electronics is everything.
Is everything. Is unfortunately, I think that's unfortunate. I was excited to get. Do you remember those microscopes, the little microscopes, and you would have to go collect grass and everything and look under the microscope with it? Those were the things I was excited about, getting dirt and putting the drops and the little file on top, the little glass slide, and because it took you outside. I was outside looking for all kinds of crap to look at underneath that microscope.
During the summers, we'd have summers off for 3 months,
Yeah.
I was never indoors in the summers.
Never, ever. Yeah.
First thing you do is go outside, get on your bike, and go down the street and see what your friends are doing,
Right. Yeah.
And you're just out doing stuff,
Yeah, because you didn't have phones attached to you. If you wanted to talk to your friend, you needed to go talk to them. You needed to go to their house and knock on the door, Hello, Mrs.
NIkki, come out and play?
Right, exactly. That's what you did, It was exactly like that. Can Mario come out and ride bikes, So I think
and of course a different time. We know what girls like to do when they hit about 12 years old, maybe even 11, but 12, right? They're starting to talk about boys.
Yeah.
Because they mature earlier.
Right.
Boys do. Boys are still, playing with their slot cars and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
For another year or two. But the girls, and they all start talking about high school boys. Like on the bus, right? That ride their bus. Oh, he looked at me. He looked at me. He looked at me.
I know. I had more boyfriends than I did girlfriends, though. So
you're such a flirt.
I was just I was a tomboy. So
you think that was because the boys were interested in things you were interested in?
Yeah, I
was a
tomboy. Oh, it was pretty tough.
Did you play football with them in the street? You play street football?
Sometimes, yeah.
There you go, girl.
But I was more of a bike rider and skateboarder. So
okay.
That's what I used to do.
Well, I'm older, so I can remember skateboards, but they were like wooden, they weren't as refined as like in your age. And then they had skates, but they're the type that clamped on your shoes.
Yeah.
And they were so uncomfortable.
Yeah, they were not comfortable with the metal wheels. Those ones, yeah. And my skateboard, my first one was one of those little tiny ones, plastic that came out, those little ones. And then within a few years, then the big ones came out, and I had a big one. But we lived on a hill, so it was like if you were skateboarding, you went all the way down the hill, and then you had to trek all the way back up.
So earlier you mentioned a banana seat. So that means you must have gotten a Stingray.
Yeah.
You had a Stingray was your first bike?
It was I don't know if it was exactly a Stingray.
But it had a banana seat.
For some reason, I want to say a Daisy. Was that a Schwinn?
Yeah, Daisy was a type of Stingray.
Okay.
By Stingray, I just mean it had the
Yeah,
the handlebars that raised up,
handlebars
and
like
it had the
that,
banana
and
seat.
the banana seat, but
Yeah.
mine had a cute little white basket with little daisies
Oh,
on the
that's
front of it.
sweet.
It was so cute.
That's sweet.
Yeah.
So you'd cruise into the neighborhood rumbles, right, with the kids, with your little white,
Yeah, I
little white
did
flowering basket.
until it was too nerdy, and then I promptly took the basket off.
Yeah.
And I hooked up a little rig for my transistor radio. I had this orange transistor radio that I hooked to my bike so I could listen to the radio as I was riding
Was it
my
an
bike.
AM transistor radio? Yeah.
AM, FM.
Oh, you had FM? That was fancy.
Yeah,
Man,
yeah,
you
I
had
had
a
FM.
Stingray. You like started out with a Corvette or something, man.
Corvette. Well, I
It's
don't
like the
know about
Corvette
that,
of
but
bikes.
I have vivid memories of riding my bike in the park, listening to Barry Manilow singing Lola. Her
Was a
name was
showgirl.
Yeah, that one. And that was
Have you
just a good
seen pictures
memory.
of him recently?
Not recent, but
Oh,
is he
if you were a
looking bad?
fan,
Yeah.
you don't want to see the recent pictures.
Oh,
He is pretty shriveled up now.
is he?
I think he's close to 90.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah,
maybe
he's
even
got to
older.
be.
Yeah.
My dad's in his 80s, so yeah, he's got to be.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just sad. I'm glad that'll never happen to me.
It'll never happen to us. Never, ever.
No. Heck no. Heck no. Look at how spiffy I dress. It's about the third day in a row I've worn this t-shirt, I think.
Oh my God.
You know, well, it's that time of the year. I'm not sweating, nothing's happening.
Yeah.
I'm just
You're just there.
I'm just and when you live alone, you just there's a slim old t-shirt laying on the bed. I'll just put that one on. Yeah.
I'm like, where's my old fudge shirt when I woke up late this morning?
Okay, oh yeah, let's see with the soap.
Yeah.
His mom stuck with the soap. Remember him daydreaming about, going blind from soap poisoning?
Oh yeah, soap poisoning.
Yes, it was.
Oh,
Oh my! I had no idea.
That's a good movie. Good movie. Shortwave. Donald Fuller says shortwave. So you had a shortwave radio?
That's
I always wanted one of those.
Isn't it? Oh, he's saying he's got a shortwave radio.
I think he didn't say radio. He just says shortwave. So I'm assuming you wanted a shortwave radio or got one for Christmas. And I always wanted that. That's the same as ham radio, right?
Yes, it is.
Okay. I always thought that was fascinating. I would have wanted to do that. There's people who still do that too.
I'm a ham radio operator. I have a license.
You do? You have it all set up and everything? One of those big antennas that goes up on your house and everything?
No, the only thing I ever did after I got my license is get a handheld one that's a certain frequency range that really only talks to what we call repeaters.
Okay.
So there's a big repeater up on a mountain or a tall building somewhere, and you connect to that repeater with your little handheld.
Yeah.
And then it retransmits out to a bigger area so you can have a conversation with someone.
Yeah.
So the handhelds are low power.
Okay.
They're just pretty much meant to connect to repeaters and stuff like that.
Interesting. That would
be. It is.
That would be the first text messages.
Are you ready for the history of calculators now?
No, we're not. We're not gonna do calculators today.
I think I have been
warned about your calculator tape, your calculator conversations.
The calculator tape is archived on my computer for safekeeping.
Hey, Enzo warned me. He said no. Hey, where is Enzo? I invited him this morning.
Yeah, he sleeps in.
He stays up and goes on all those other channels.
Yeah, he stays up real late. There are days where he's on, 10 or 12 shows in a single day. I think. I mean,
I know
that's a big day for him, but it does happen. I think.
I know every time I go watch the Paranormal Chop Shop, all those guys in their shows, there he is. There's Enzo.
And he has such a nice personality, and
for sure,
he doesn't dominate the conversation. Everybody likes him, and they'll
Yeah.
call him in on their show if something going wrong or another host can't make it or a guest can't make it or something. They'll call him in, and he's just real good. He's very polite. And
Yeah, he's
and
sweet.
everything. He is sweet.
He's very sweet.
Yeah,
for sure.
Really good. Really good.
Hey, B. Good morning. I hope you're going to have a Merry, Merry Christmas. I hope all your trees are full of presents. You got the ham in the fridge ready to go. Did you decide what you were going to make for your Christmas dinner?
Not yet.
No. Or is it going to be Chinese
Christmas?
A Chinese Christmas.
I think. Oh, what is it? One of those restaurant, yuppie restaurants.
Well, now you better make sure restaurants are even open. If you guys are in a deep freeze, everything might be closed down this year.
That is true. It's one of the yuppie restaurants that's usually open on holidays, but you're right. It might close if it gets, especially if the roads get bad here.
Yeah. So, yeah, you better look out.
Man, anyway, I might get something. I know. So it tells me I better at least get some backup stuff for the house.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You should probably
at least get something I like.
Yeah,
that'll be good.
Are you a normally like a frozen dinner kind of guy, or do you like to eat out a lot?
Kind of neither. I'm pretty good cook, actually.
Oh, cool.
So I usually cook for myself, but I never eat frozen dinners. But I might make pre-made frozen foods.
Yeah,
but almost never like a dinner.
Yeah,
I can even remember when TV dinners came out
with the foil on top.
Yeah.
That
was
I remember those. That was
the thing.
I remember them being huge. If we got one of those, which was very rare because my mom always cooked, but occasionally she had a coupon or Gold Bond. Do you remember Gold Bond stamps? She had a book of stamps or something to.
Well, I saw them, and we didn't save them. We had green stamps in my household.
Oh, okay. I remember I loved to walk through that Gold Bond stamp because right next to the grocery store, they had a store you could walk into to trade in your stamps.
Well, the new stamps now are airline miles.
What?
That's the new green stamp is airline miles.
God, I didn't know that.
Well, I mean, it is. Look, that's what you do. You do all these things, and you collect airline miles, and then you can take trips.
Yeah.
I mean, that was my observation. That was somebody, gosh, I read that article 15, 20 years ago. Some guy made that observation, yeah.
I've never seen where you could sign up for miles for grocery shopping.
Well, a lot of times you don't sign up for them. It's, they're probably reported automatically. It's all automated, but you'll go look in certain place. Go look, sometime look it up. Like I have American Airlines, so I know they have miles, right? So, like take an airline, big airline that gives out miles, and just search the internet, and you'll find businesses and things where that's a perk. If you buy their products, you get some airline miles.
Yeah.
Oh, here's one. My credit card. I have a Citibank credit card.
Credit cards. Yes, I do know that.
Airline. In fact, most of my miles were accumulated from my credit card. Because I buy everything on the credit card. I pay bills with the credit card, everything. So a lot of money passes through the credit card. Right. So, it just builds up. I told you, It had like 400,000 miles.
Yeah, that's what you were saying.
Something, give or take, saved up right now. And I've looked; they've never taken any miles away. I guess they don't have to. I thought, because every once in a while I've had that thought that someday there's gonna be fine print I'm not aware of, and I'm gonna look in there and they're gonna have taken miles away.
Oh, Barry Manilow's still doing it, still doing his thing. You have to go so that we can.
I guess.
Stevie, so that we can know what he looked like.
Some of those things they have on Facebook. Those slideshows. They're showing pictures of people. They might show the worst ones. Maybe he's not as bad as he looks on that one photo they showed. I don't know.
Well, he was already 20 years ago. He was already starting to be stiff. Where how you notice, he doesn't have a range of motion in his neck. But I don't know. I remember him, and who else was really, really popular? Well, I was like in the disco era there, so
yeah,
I used to like to listen to all those Evelyn Champagne King and
I went through the disco era.
Yeah.
The disco era was kicking in about the time I was graduating from college. It was really starting to kick in.
Yeah.
And I remember all the, girls, and we'd all go
bell bottoms and
we'd do that.
Suede shoes. I had these real cool pair of brown Hush Puppy suede shoes.
All of the girls that I hung out with in college, they're all pharmacy students or nurses. That was the big thing for women. I went to Purdue. That was a big major for women. Both of those. I mean, it was a big major for I think pharmacy for men and women, but you didn't see too many men in nursing at that time. You do now.
You do now, yeah, for sure.
But back then, it was still considered kind of a feminine occupation.
Yeah.
Yeah, when I graduated from college, the women nurses were still wearing the little paper
hat.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Those are pretty much gone now.
Yeah. That was a good era, though.
Well, I mean, it really had a practical purpose, so they know who the nurse is.
Yeah.
Right. The doctors were all usually men, and they had a tie on, so that was a doctor. And then the nurses were usually women, and they had the white hat on.
Yeah.
So that was a doctor, and that was a nurse. And then there are other ranks, of medical professionals, of course, but
right.
But those were kind of the top two, right? So you wanted to make sure, I think, you could identify them.
Well, they almost always wore the white nurse's uniform too.
Mm-hmm.
Now now the doctors and nurses all wear scrubs.
They're wearing scrubs all day long.
Yeah.
And they also will wear running shoes and things like that instead of, remember the white ones?
Yeah.
The white shoes with the real thick white.
The thick, yeah.
I mean, they serve
Good morning,
a
Stevie.
purpose.
Good morning. I should have said good morning right away when I saw you. Sorry.
But now they have, running shoes or walking shoes that are like New Balance and Nike and all that kind of thing.
Yeah. Or Crocs. I mean, I see a lot of them wearing.
They got the Crocs.
The Crocs.
Got the Crocs. I've never had a pair of Crocs.
And socks. Crocs and socks.
Never had a pair of Crocs.
I have my Crocs on right now.
You do? Yeah, but see my Crocs. Take one off and show us what your style of Croc is.
It's just a black. It's just
a black Croc.
Plain black Croc.
Oh, that sounds like a croc.
Black.
That sounds like a croc. I'm telling you.
Oh, it's just plain
Crocs. Yeah, they're so popular now.
Yeah. Well, they're like my house shoes. I generally don't go out of the house in them unless I'm just running to pick up the girls or something. But
And they're nice. You slip them on. You don't have to
Yeah.
bend over or sit down. Put them up.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know what got us talking about that, but anyway,
It's the Crocs. It's the darn Crocs.
The Crocs took over.
Yes.
Okay,
new question. Who's your favorite band?
Wait, my favorite band now or of all time?
Both.
How come our names aren't up? Did I do something wrong? Whoa. Did you notice that? I just now noticed.
I see. What in the crock did you do to their names?
Where are they? Did
People
I take them off?
don't know where we're at. Oh, if you take this thing down, other thing, maybe they'll pop up.
Oh, I'm retarded. It's because I was checking something else out. Yeah, that was it.
Another mystery solved.
I must not be awake to have not realized that there was still a comment up. Anyway,
just keep your eyes on the road, lass. Keep your eyes on the road.
Okay, what was your question again?
What was your favorite rock group or popular
my favorite
band?
Okay, so you need to specify because I love music. So do you want my all-time favorite rock was Tesla. Tesla was one of my favorite groups.
The Tesla.
Yeah. My husband got me not front row. It was just the fourth row to one of their concerts. Oh my God, it was so great.
Now, do you like black soul funk too?
No, I don't.
You don't like it?
No.
Like Blood, Sweat, and Tears? Come on. Well, that's
like who? You have to who?
Okay, like
you have to be specific.
Like Lionel Richie. What's this band?
I wasn't into those. No, I was a hard rock girl. I completely.
You are hard rock.
Hair bands.
Hard rocker.
Hair bands. Those type of rock bands. I was glam bands. Glamour. Back then.
The one thing I can't stand is a glam band.
I loved Poison, Motley Crue, Great White Snake, Tesla.
We're talking pretty boys.
Yes.
We don't like
Cinderella. I've seen Tom
You can
Kiefer
give me the
twice.
Who any day. The Who any day. I want real bad boys, I want to be really bad boys.
Well, I've seen Foreigner.
Would be the Who.
3 times. And we have been touring, a lot of these late 70s bands that have been retouring, like Foreigner, Kansas. Who else did we go see recently? Tommy Two-Tone. You guys know who Tommy Two-Tone is, right?
Yeah, he's a Broadway dude, isn't he?
8675309. Jenny. That one. But man, I loved my Pat Benatar, my Rick Springfield. I loved.
Did Rick Springfield do Jesse's Girl?
Yes.
I wish I had a girl like Jesse's Girl.
Yep. Yep. He did a great concert, but he's kind of a little bit weird when he talks. He's very, very conceited. I don't know, high on himself.
Back in the day too, he was one of those good-looking young leading men.
Yeah, he was gorgeous. Right? I had a big old picture of him up on the wall. Him and Rob Lowe were right next to each other on my wall.
Nikki, I cover this face up.
Why?
Because I don't like all the attention in public.
Oh, it just draws you. You just draw. Yeah, they draw women all over.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was like always. It was always okay. It was always ranked. It was Rick Springfield. Who's the other one you mentioned?
Brablo, but yeah, I mean, he
Up
wasn't a
there,
singer, but he was up on my wall.
Right.
Okay,
Yeah,
singer-wise, I had Peter Frampton
yeah,
also up
Peter's in
there.
it, and then at the top was usually me, and it was too much. It was too much paparazzi and stuff,
Too much to handle. You were just too hot to handle for sure.
It was.
Well, I mean, hey, look, you guys, take a look at that photo right there. That's a pretty damn good photo of
Of
you.
me?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
I
right.
think you look really stunning there. I liked it a lot.
Well, that's why I got to cover it up, Nikki. Because if it's not covered up, I can't control it. It's just coming out of me, and I'm like,
It's bursting.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to. I do have a funny story related to that, though. If you're around me a lot in person, you see, my humor is often very dry, right?
Yeah.
And I'll just look at someone straight face and say something outlandish. That's usually funny, but some people I do that to, and they don't get that it's just tongue in cheek that I'm pulling their leg. And this is when I was back in my engineering career, and I had this gal on my team, right? And just straight out of just talking one day, just straight faced, I said something like, "Yeah, to this and that and whatever." And yeah, I was a Chippendale when I was in my early 20s. And I just said it, and it went by, didn't get a laugh, and I thought, well, hopefully no one even heard it. Because it was so goddamn stupid.
Oh,
right?
Man.
And like 2 or 3 months later, he comes back up in conversation. And she says, this and that and the other, and says, "Oh yeah, you were a Chippendale, right?" What the hell?
Oh, like
You
it
know
was
what I mean?
real.
I'm thinking she actually thought I was one of those, real good looking guys, with the rock hard abs, and stuff. But no, I've never been that. I've always had one large ab. I like to put all my birds in one basket. I like to,
okay.
so to
We
speak,
got
right?
you.
I
Yeah.
invest in one good solid ab. That's my way.
The canine clairvoyant. What are you guys talking about over there? I was on a different screen, so I wasn't looking at the chat. Now I'm confused.
Yeah, every once in a while I do if you don't keep up with it.
I know.
You see comments and you don't know what they're talking about.
I'm like, what? Who are they? I gotta scroll back now. Glam. Thought those were hair bands. Glam bands, hair band. They're all the same. They all wore makeup and had big hair.
Yeah, they got perms.
Yeah. They didn't even need them. They just teased that shit out every day.
And they would wear those spandex pants, real tight pants with the big hair.
Yeah.
More
makeup than me.
Yeah, they did.
Oh, Brownie. I see that. Where'd you go now? See, I already lost you again. Stevie B said something about the TV dinners and the best part being the brownie in the corner,
Oh, the brownie.
The brownie.
And then
That's funny.
Yeah, that was the and they often marketed those things to the working man.
There's nothing wrong with being a chip and dip dancer. Oh, that is hilarious.
That is hilarious. First of all, I thought, what the hell is that? And I got it. Yeah, I got it. That's funny.
Oh, God. That is hilarious.
I'm like Chris Farley. Do you see him that one time he did that skit on Saturday Night Live with, what's the guy who died? Yeah, the actor. He was in Dirty Dancing.
Oh,
Patrick
Swayze.
Yeah, I remember when he and and Chris Farley were doing that skit where they were having a dance off for I think that last Chippendales spot that was open.
Yeah, his belly was flapping.
Yeah, it was hilarious.
Yeah.
And then also there was a thing where he lived in a van down by the river.
Yeah, he was over the top. I liked Chris Farley, but sometimes I thought he took it a little too far.
Yeah.
But he still made SNL great back then, you know. I mean, nothing like the late 70s, early 80s SNL. That was the best. But
man, I don't know what's going on there now.
I can't
tuned
watch
into
that
one. It's so bad.
Yeah, it's bad.
First of all, they have so many players now. At most, you have one, and some of the players aren't on every show.
Yeah.
I don't think. There's too many of them. I guess that's easier to manage that way, right?
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. I just don't watch it. It's not like what it used to be. And the comedy's different. You know, they can't just act funny and be funny anymore. They always want to bring in politics and, you know, make that.
I don't like a lot of comedy that brings in politics simply from the reason that they stretch too far to get to a funny punchline or something. It's like, it's too much. It's like, just make it simple. And if you do that, it's almost never funny.
Right.
You know, Jay Leno always said he didn't care who it knocked. He just went for the laugh. He didn't go for the political statement. You know?
Yeah.
We want it to be funny. I don't care who gets pushed onto the floor. Right. That's just the way it goes.
Yeah, but everybody's real quick to cancel people out these days. That, you know, it's changing the way they're even telling jokes.
Well, we're kind of I better watch. I'm going to get you canceled.
Let's not do that.
It's kind of we have a victim culture now, right? Yeah, everybody is a victim, and you say, "Oh, you hurt me. I'm a victim now," right? Was it? I actually had one guy who was he was an atheist, and he told me, this is how over the top it's gotten. He said he thinks they should get rid of prayer at the high school football game, let's say, right? And I said, well, they don't usually do the prayer. They just have a moment of silence, and it's like 5 seconds, you know?
Yeah.
And you can do whatever you want. You can go get a Coke, you know?
Right.
And he goes, no, and then blah, blah, blah. He said, he's victimized by that. He's a victim. I said, are you serious?
What a
you want to use that? You choosing that word victim. I mean, I think of victim, I think of like slavery. Okay, that's a victim. Okay. Not somebody who has to sit in silence for 5 seconds.
Yeah.
That's not being a victim. So
nope. That's
anyway,
a whiny ass. Whiny ass. Just say it. Whiny ass. Some people. Listen, I'm gonna tell you what I think about this, how this next year is gonna be.
Okay, you give it to us straight. Don't hold back. Give it to us straight.
This is how. Listen.
Cause I don't give a fuck what you say. Yeah, I'ma do shit my way. So you can go kick rocks. I'ma stack bricks up, build what I want to make. Yo, I got a lot of shit to say, so I'ma do this every day. I'll be writing things until I'm fucking buried in my grave. 6 feet deep under, but my body won't decay. Cause my messages are timeless, so they'll put them on display. Oh yeah, I rap with a certainty. I have a sense of urgency. A message for eternity, for everyone internally. I had some people burning me, but now they fucking learn to see I ain't the one to fuck with. Now they looking nervously, and I don't really care what you think of me respectfully. You can kick rocks if you think you're fucking better. See, I will outwork you, turn you to an enemy. Hurt you so bad that you're gonna need some therapy. I got the motherfucking recipe. I've been cooking up hits, I'ma leave a legacy. You'll be looking small when you're standing right next to me. I'm 5'10", bitch, but I'm 10 feet. Cause I don't give a fuck what you say. Yeah, I'ma do shit my way. So you can go kick rocks. I'ma stack bricks up, build what I want to make.
That's what I think.
I mean, it's gotten to the point where if I, as a man, open the door for a woman,
I know
that I'm like disrespecting her or something. And I was like, really? Is that where we've gotten to?
Right. Yeah, no.
But I'll tell you, I've gone on about maybe 4 big dates of the last 5-6 months. Okay, big first dates kind of thing.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody offering to pick up that check. I did about 3 or 4, $150 dinner dates.
Yeah.
Nobody was picking up my check. Where is that gone, huh? Come on. Because I'm always waiting, because I thought the new rule, now correct me if I'm wrong, Nikki, is I offer to pay, and I'm going with the assumption I'm going to pay, but I feel the woman should at least offer.
Offer to help or to offer to, okay. I see what you're saying. So the woman should at least offer to say, can I help pay? Or, okay.
Help me.
Like going Dutch.
Yeah. So, you just offer to say, I can get mine. Okay. But it's not that they are going to do it. It's just after I say.
Well, I think a lot of men do that. They want to do the 50-50 because they don't want to invest in the relationship in the beginning. Now, is that correct, men? That say you men that are single out there are going to go take a woman out. Traditionally, it would be you pay for the date. You ask the woman out on the date, then you pay for the date. That includes the dinner, the Uber, the movie, whatever you plan on doing. That would be part of the date.
Excuse me.
But I don't know. Today, is that wrong? Now it's all Dutch date?
No, I'm willing to do that. I'm fine for that as a baseline rule. But I thought the amendment to that was at least the woman we played to do this dance. She offers to play her half or help, and then I say, no, I've got it. And that's it.
Okay.
Right?
I think no.
I once saw a comedian, one of his acts. He said,
I wouldn't.
He said he's one. He's talking about the way men and women are different when they go out as a group. Right. So you see a bunch of women go out and they just were like, okay, who had the tuna salad? Who had the iced tea? Did you have iced tea or Coke? They're breaking the bill down in detail. Right.
Right.
Whereas men, they go out and then one of them will say, I got it.
Right.
And that's kind of the way men are. That's the way we are. Well, this comedian said he was a one I got it guy. What he did was he waited till one of the other guys said, I got it. Then he said, that's okay, I got it. And he said, generally they say, nah, I got it. Well, they got it. He did it one time.
That way it would look like he's willing.
Yeah.
The impression, I'm willing to pay, Well, is that what you would expect then?
I think it's kind of funny, but I can see women to do the same thing. For the guy to say, I got this or whatever. For the woman to say, I got let me help. Or just something simple, innocuous, right?
Right.
Because we know it's not going to happen. Right. So say,
I think
that's okay. And then for me she waits for me to say, no, I got it. What's that?
I think it depends on the type of person you're looking for.
What, someone that doesn't like to lose money?
Because I did not date men who didn't pay for me. I didn't. If they couldn't pay for me, then because
I'm there with you. I assume I'm going to pay.
I just wasn't there.
I assume I'm going to pay.
And I guess
I'm all there.
Of course, but we're talking 25 years ago. Okay, I've been married for 22, 23 years now. So
women have been liberated now.
I know. What the
They're
fuck?
liberated.
No, stick to the old style.
They get liberated and they still get a free dinner. Come on.
Yeah. And a woman can say, okay, you paid my dinner. Take me home. That's okay.
Yeah.
Too.
There we go.
Okay.
Now done.
Okay.
That's
they can. They can say, take my ass home because you gave me dinner. I'm done. And that's okay.
Yeah.
But no. Is there an exchange?
if there's this,
you paid for dinner, that you get a little whoopee with that.
Yeah, I mean, I can see that to say, okay, that's how it works. If she doesn't want to give out the whoopee, she says, "No, I got it. Let me get my half." That's a signal to me. She's probably not interested in me.
I hear you.
Right? There's no reason for me to invest in this because she's probably doesn't want to see me again.
Yeah.
Right? You know?
Right.
She doesn't even want me to give her a peck on the cheek at the end of the date. Come on.
I agree, Sandra. That if you want to impress, then you pay and you don't even think twice about it. You don't, you know.
Isn't it funny though? Men have to impress with money.
Yeah. So what else are we comparing it to? I mean,
you know,
okay, your initial thing is going to be if you go out.
I guess women impress with boobs.
Right. If we dress to impress, right?
That's right. That's what they call it, cleavage, because it has to have a name because it's out there.
The girls come out when you're going to go out on a date, when you went out on a date. And see, I wear a lot of t-shirts because I don't have to do that anymore.
Yeah.
So, but I remember the days when that was the thing you had to do, if you wore the low cut dresses and the cutesy little outfits and that was
you and your
thing.
husband are at the get me a beer state of your relationship, which is one or the other waits till the other one gets up first.
Yeah.
And he goes, "Hey, would you get me a beer while you're in there?
While you're there.
Since
you're up.
How can you argue with that? What do you mean? You're there.
Right.
You're there. You're already there.
But we're also to the stage where if he gets up and gets him a beer and sits down and he didn't bring me something, I'm like, you didn't get me nothing?
He at least should offer.
No, we're already past that part now.
He doesn't even offer to say.
Now it's like, well, why didn't you say when I was up? And I'm like,
so his hand is right adjacent to the beer he is drinking.
Yeah.
Right. And he doesn't while he's in there say, "Hey, you want me to get you one too?"
If I'm sitting next to him, then I'll just take his and then he has to go get another one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, there are different stages of this, but it's nice that if we have a date night, that he still opens the door for me.
There you go. He's a gentleman.
He's still, well, we're married, so it's one account. So the money it doesn't mean a whole lot if I whip out my card or his card because it's all coming from the same account. But he will always pay and take care of that, mostly because I walk away.
And
I don't hang around waiting to pay.
The corollary to that is when you go to bed, he kind of snuggles over next to you and you say, "Hey, the money came out of the same account."
I say, "No, your feet are damn cold. Get back over there. Move."
Yeah, that's right. I want to sleep. You have too much body heat. I need to sleep tonight. Mama worked hard today.
Put your mask on and go to bed.
Yeah, that's true.
It is.
That's how it works now, I tell you. It's just but I can remember being in my 20s, going on dates, and occasionally had a woman get angry at me, really angry. I mean, women's lib fucking angry.
Ooh.
Right?
Ooh.
Because I opened her door.
Yeah.
And then you know what the girlfriend test is, don't you? The keeper test.
What?
You go over the car's locked up. You go over to her door first, so you unlock it, let her in. If she doesn't reach over and unlock your door, not a keeper. She's selfish.
But that worked really well the old days before key fobs and stuff. Nowadays, you can click and all the doors open. So it's not like
that's true.
Yeah, but I know what you mean, because we used to have an old truck that, that was the case. I had to lean over and pop the little button up for him.
Well, you know
So
it's evolved into, don't you? Okay, you pop the doors open with your fob, and then she reaches over and locks yours again. That's sending you a signal.
oh my goodness. Oh,
It's
okay.
sending you a signal.
Signal. I don't want to see.
What happened? You went away, Nikki. You got your. Oh, there you
I
go.
had to blow my nose. I didn't want to do it in the middle of the.
I remember one of the most. I think this is an episode that made my ego as large as it's ever been. Where me and a male friend of mine, we went to see a movie. And
bye, Sandra. Merry Christmas. Oh, wait, before you leave, I'm sorry. I'm going to stop you just for a second. Because we're already after an hour, believe it or not. But for those of you who are still here, Pat doesn't know if he's doing a show tonight. Okay, I've already been talking to him. If he does, he's going to have it around 7 Eastern. So would you guys want me to come back on and do a 9 p.m. Eastern tonight, a late night show, because nobody else is going to be doing a show? Just a quick yes or no. Would you show up or not show up? Are you guys going to be busy? Is it worth having a show tonight? Just talking like we're doing now, nothing fancy. Let me know in the chat. We'll make that one an open show. Anybody can come on, kind of like what Moggs did a little bit. We'll just, sit and chat. So let me know if you guys want a show tonight. I'll consider doing a late night tonight, and anybody can come on and we can talk. Well, it looks like a lot of you are saying yes. Okay, so I've already got the promo ready. So in case Pat does his show, that would be 7 p.m. Eastern. I'll do mine at 9 p.m. Eastern. Okay. Which would be 7 my time. Okay, so I don't want to interrupt his show or anything like that, but because he already told me he would have it at 7. Okay, so if he decides to come on at 9, that's not my problem. So there's Enzo. Hi, Enzo. I'll be busy, but it'll
Miss
be good
Nikki,
to hear from you.
can I plug my Christmas Day show?
Oh yes, and do your plug.
Okay, Christmas Day. Whether you've been naughty or nice, I don't care. Christmas Day, Jojo Bone is going to do a special Christmas Day show, and it's going to be at 8 p.m. Central Time. Okay. That's 8 p.m. Central Time. And we're going to have a lot of fun. There's going to be cake and candy and prizes and Kool-Aid and a cast of thousands.
They really want you to answer the phone.
I know. I can't do it with my brother. So don't ever interrupt me during the broadcast. I've never gave him the lecture. My bad. So everybody show up if you can, and particularly I wanted to do it on Christmas Day because there are a lot of people that spend Christmas Day alone and they're away from family and everything.
Yeah.
But it doesn't matter. I don't care if you went to a party earlier that day. It's for everybody to hang out and have some fun.
Yeah.
All right. I'm done with my.
Cool. So now we have stuff to do Christmas Day.
Yes, we do.
Yes,
we do. We are going to go crazy, I say. We're going to be drinking a bit of the Irish. A bit of the Irish.
Starts at 8 p.m. tonight as well. 8 p.m. Eastern?
talking about my shoes?
Sasquatch Wizard is saying that Blue Line Bigfoot is doing a premiere tonight at 8, but well, that's okay, because I won't be starting till 9 p.m. Eastern, so it'll be good enough. So cool. Hey, Mr. Lee. Yeah, you missed everything. We're going to be wrapping up here pretty soon. But finally, I got everything done. I wrapped all the presents. I baked the cookies. I did the tamales. The house is beautiful. I'm starting to relax now. And I do have to go to the post office today.
We've made the tamales.
The tamales are done.
The tamales. Red tamales, right? Red ones.
Yes, I only made red.
Oh, sounds good. It's
the
hard
ham
to
is in the fridge.
Oh my God! Are you having all the meats? Are you going to have ham and turkey and?
No, just a ham dinner. Just a ham
okay.
dinner. Yeah.
Okay. Do you get a spiral ham?
Yes, I did.
I love that. I love it. It's on all those cuts in there already. You're like, oh, it's crazy.
Yeah.
You just do this way and they all fall off.
Fall off. Yeah. I'll have to decide if I'm going to do it in the oven or do it in the crock pot, because I do it a different way in the crock pot, and it stews in a pineapple honey brown sugar thing, and that comes out really juicy if I do it that way. So I'll probably do that.
Do you use the package made that comes with the ham, or do you make your own?
I make my own.
Oh, I knew it. I knew the answer to that.
Yeah. Make my own. So I have to go check if there's pineapples, because my daughter, she raids my pineapples more time than not. So I got to make sure that there's pineapple and stuff in there today, so that I don't have to worry about it this coming Saturday or Sunday.
Can we see once before we end the show your little white?
My what?
Your white Squatch.
Oh, my Yeti?
Your white Yeti.
You want me to go get my Yeti? My Yeti's in the other room.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, if you
I can grab it. It's right there.
He's so cute.
Okay, hold on 1 second.
Yes, Enzo, I agree. I'm not a big ham eater. It's there. It's good. It's it's savory. But when they did start doing the spirals, oh my God. Oh, okay. I'll finish up my humble story. This is the most this is not the humbles I've ever been. This is when my ego has grown as big as it's ever been. This is a large ego story, so I'll get back to that. Okay, let's see it.
Ego. Okay,
yeah, I'll tell you.
He's
my cute.
Most favorite little Christmas Yeti.
Oh, I see. You have the hand up with the ribbon, and you can make him look like he's trimming a tree.
Yeah, I have a little tree on my dining room table, and it has these bows on it, so it looks like he's putting it on the tree. It's so cute.
And you know how his voice is. I can tell his voice is.
Yep. That actually sounds more like this one.
Oh, yeah.
Why is his teeth not showing up? It's like,
well, the green screen is somehow.
Yeah, but his teeth are white.
I guess white confuses it. It's white. Something. I don't know. What do I know?
I just got the pants scared out of me. I went in there into the dining room, and this is what I see.
All right.
You can't see him.
Yes, that's a Grinch.
He's a Grinch.
Hey, that's a Grinch. That's a bloody Grinch if I've ever seen one.
My kids drew that and painted it because I'm going to cut it out and put it in the yard.
That'll be cute.
They wanted $40 for one of them, and I knew my kids could do it. So they did that. I'm going to cut it out. I'm going to back it with some styrofoam. And I'm going to hook the lights from the corner of the house down to it like he's stealing the lights.
And you know, you can make it do whatever you want. Like you could have it flipping people off.
Oh, yeah, I know.
As they go by in your house.
I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that.
They're going to say, all the neighbors will say, honey, you stay away from that house down on the corner.
I just went and delivered everybody tamales. Everybody's happy with me right now.
And you don't want to mess it up.
I don't know where to put him. I'm knocking everything
do you want me to finish up now with my ego story?
Oh,
Enzo.
Yes. Well, why are you talking about
I left
ego?
Enzo hanging. Okay. This is the worst my ego has ever gotten. Me and my friend, we come back to the car from watching this movie, right? And I had just because remember I hadn't moved to Texas yet, so but I thought if I got some Texas stuff, it would be cool,
Yeah.
So I had just bought a brand new pair of really nice boots, right that day. Invested in this really nice leather jacket, right?
Yeah.
And I had just purchased my RX-7 back in the day, right? And so, I'm feeling good about myself anyway, right? And I get back to the car and I start to open the door, and with lipstick is written on the side window by the driver's side. It said, "I love you," with big heart on it.
Oh,
I thought, whoa, I had to catch my balance. I had so much blood to my ego. Brad Pitt gets that crap every day, but not me.
Oh my gosh.
When
was this?
I was about, say, 25, 26.
Okay.
Back in Colorado.
In your heyday.
If I ever had one, that's when it would have been. Yes. It was my heyday. You know what I mean? And I'm holding on to stuff. I'm like dizzy. So there you go.
Good.
That's my big finish. That's my last big story of this show.
That was your big
finish.
Your bigger one.
So,
well, okay. Well, it seems like everybody wants me to have a show tonight, so that's what we're gonna do. We'll come back on and do some more chats tonight.
NIkki is having a show tonight. Hear ye.
Because I'm not having one Christmas Day. I'll be hanging out probably with Jojo here, but I'm not going to do my own stuff.
Yes. And hopefully, the rule is, I told Enzo and NIkki, they're not obligated to come to my Christmas show and help me. But I expect them to be there.
I was waiting for that one. I was waiting.
No, it's like, I always say, someone misses a show or can't make it or something, ain't nobody dying. Okay?
Yeah.
Ain't nobody dying. So don't worry about it. But it'd be really fun.
Yeah. You guys don't know how close I almost missed today's show. Because my alarm didn't go off, or it did and I turned it off. I don't know what happened.
Yeah.
But I made it. We were still on time.
You fudge packer, you.
Oh, Papa Craig. Merry Christmas.
Did they see your shirt?
I think they did.
I don't know. Maybe didn't see it, but if everybody's seen the movie.
Oh, fudge.
Yeah, I remember the movie. And NIkki tells me there's a second movie in that series now, right? So
yep. It's good. It wasn't like major event. It was just a nice little movie.
Well, that's the way
Not as funny as the first one. No, none will ever be as good as the first. Okay.
But even the first one was a sleeper. I think most of us didn't know it was going to be that funny. You just showed up. You're like, yeah, what the heck? There's nothing else to do. Let's go see that movie.
Right.
Right. It was great.
So, but it was good. I mean, it was good because they brought back original characters and you get to see the little boys all grown up and it's really them, you know? So that's nice.
Remember, he gets the package delivered. He says, look, it's Italian. Fragile.
Fragile. Yeah.
So funny. Anyway.
It is funny. But hey, we did it again. We came on here and just talked. We just talked our business.
We talked the hell out of it.
We did.
We did it.
We did.
We
did it. So, see you guys tonight, hopefully. And I hope you guys have a great day. And I hope you're starting to have families start to visit and your houses are smelling yummy. And, but I'll leave you with this and then we'll sign out. Yeah.
Peace and love. Peace and love.